live once again. Won't be live for too long. Gotta work later today. It's gonna be a long schedule ahead for me, but it is what it is. Gotta make it through the day. Just gotta keep pushing through. Gotta persevere. But I just want to talk about there's a battle between good and evil, man. There is a battle between good and evil, man. It seems like evil people are winning, man. I've seen how people who don't follow by the rules, who don't abide by societal standards, and they don't have any standards of their own, are the ones who are able to start families. They're able to have successful businesses, and it seems like evil people are winning while good people are suffering. There's a rapper by the name of Jay Fizzle, I think that's his name. That has like about 22 kids by 20 baby mamas. And I've said this before, Pookies and Ray Rays are popular in the world, man. They are having kids with multiple women, and good quality men are being like, it's like a form of genocide. It's like they're being xed out of the gene pool because women don't want to deal with them because they find them to be boring or lame or weird or strange or creepy because they don't fit the stereotype of a typical Pookie and Ray Ray. And it's really destroying our culture, man. Our society is crumbling because these are the men that these women choose to deal with, even though they don't have anything to offer, and they are breeding like rabbits, man. And it's like, man, it's so hard to be a good person. It's because it's like it's shamed, it's looked down upon in this culture, man. Being a good person is frowned upon, yo, because people take advantage of you. A lot of times, people take a kindness for weakness, and at the same time, women don't want to even deal with you because you don't come off as a thug, you don't come off as a bad boy. You don't have this rap sheet of doing evil shit. So it's like because you don't have a criminal history, a lot of these women don't even want to even acknowledge you as a man. Like they just think you're lame, you're boring, you're weird, you're strange, you're creepy. It's like they alienate you from even getting a chance to even date them or even mingle with them, because they don't find you to be challenging enough because you don't have a criminal background, or you're not in the streets life. It's sick, man. It just tells me how far this culture have gone and how much worse it has gotten since this pandemic started. Like it was bad before the pandemic, but it's gotten much worse now. Because it's like, wow, these are the guys that are having these are the guys that are populating the black community. They are the ones that are having kids, while good quality men are not breeding up or not having kids of their own. And even single women that don't have any kids don't want to even deal with a good man. They play hard to get. They play these mind games. They turn down good quality men. They don't want to settle down and start a family with a good quality man. So it's like even single women don't want to deal with good quality men. It's like as if you're not in the street life, if you're not a part of that thug culture, like if you're not into gangs and stuff like that. If you don't drink or smoke, you don't do drugs. Majority of the women, especially in the black community, a lot of these women don't want to deal with you because they see that as like you you're not being strong, you're not masculine, and it's a damn shame that this is the type of culture we live in, because what is promoted in our culture, the rap culture, the hip hop culture, music that defiles us as people, that shows us in a very negative way, that promotes us as like degenerates, music that don't uplift our people, that don't help us to realize the potential we have and who we and what we can offer society. It's like all we are known for is a form of entertainment, or we have it perpetuates certain negative stereotype about us as people. The music, it tells us that we are just good for drugs, money, gangs, sports, and it's like it's really culture, it glorifies negativity. The rap culture, hip hop, you name it. R&B, it glorifies negativity, and this is what women like. They're drawn and they just gravitate towards guys who glorify the rap culture, who glorifies the gang life, who glorifies the street life. Like guys who are part of that gang life, women are just they just gravitate to those type of men. They all of a sudden they lose they become submissive. They are attracted to those type of men. And it's like, why am I not? I'm not doing anything illegal. I'm out here, being a law-abiding citizen. I'm not out here committing crimes. I'm not out here doing any evil acts. But it seems so hard because it's like you're not breaking. You're not breaking any laws. You're trying to live through each day the best you can, and it's like you're not getting rewarded for any good things you're doing. It's like wow, it's like being a good person is hard, man. It's hard doing good things because it's like being a good person is seen as negative. Women don't appreciate good men, and they don't also respect you. And if a woman don't respect you, she could never love you. They take advantage of good men. In fact, they will use a good man as an emotional tampon, have him, running around in circles thinking that he has a chance with her when she has no attraction towards him because he doesn't ignite her flames where it's so to speak as if he's not challenging enough. When she meets challenge, it's like a guy that embraces the thug culture, and where she feels like she's on like he's on the edge at any moment, like anything could pop off, and that's what these women consider to be thrilling, and they find interest in that. The joy they find some type of enjoyment in guys who indulge in that type of behavior. And it's like, man, guys that are in and out of prison are like the ones who are getting multiple kids by multiple women. They could be locked up for like 10, 20 years, come out the penitentiary, and they got a woman waiting at the by the door while they come out, ready to give them some pussy, some head. You know what I mean? While guys out here like me who are working hard, trying to better themselves, majority of the women don't want to deal with guys like us because we come off as lame and weird or whatever it may be because we are not into the street life. And it's like why guys who do evil shit are rewarded while men, who are doing good things, who are trying to just do the right things, are punished by women because women tell them, oh, you're not interested enough. They don't want to acknowledge them as men. It's like, wow, it's hard being a good person in this society, man. It's like this society will push you to do things that you don't even want to do, because it's like, wow, I can't even get the respect from my own woman because they find me to be lame or boring or weak because I don't participate in the street life. I don't do anything that is illegal. I don't have a street what do you call it, street cred or whatever the bullshit they like to say. And it's like, man, guys who do evil stuff, they have constant attention from women. Women throw themselves at those type of men. Like I told you about that rapper, this guy has like 22 kids by 20 baby mamas. I'm sure these women were aware that this man has, a whole bunch of kids, and they still choose him. They still choose him. They still open their legs for that type of man. While there's so many single men out here that are able and willing to start families of their own, but these women don't want to settle down with those type of men. They don't want to start family with good quality men. They don't want to have kids by these men. So in essence, they're like exterminating these men out of the gene pool. Because if you think about it, who are the ones that are bringing up majority of these women? It's the ones who are really breeding up the majority of these women are Pookie and Ray Ray. They're the ones that are having like 8, 9, 10, 15, 20 kids. by multiple women. So they're the ones that are passing on their genes to the next generation. While good guys who have their head on their shoulder, who don't do anything illegal, who are just trying to do the right thing in life, they're the ones that are not breeding. They're not the ones that are not creating generations of kids. They may be lucky to have one or two. But even if they have one or two, that still can't compete with the Pookies and the Ray Rays that are having like 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 kids, man. And these men are not having kids with just one woman. They're having kids with multiple women. So that increases their odds of their genes being passed on to the next generation because they're not having kids with just one woman. Because if they may have a kid with one woman, that kid may not even make it to full term. That woman may have a miscarriage, but the chance of them having successful offspring when they deal with multiple women is much higher because there's going to be a greater chance of their child being born successfully without any complications. So it's like when you think about it in a biological standpoint, there are the ones who are like really being successful at creating their own offspring, while guys that are solid guys are not. They're not having kids because these women don't want to have kids with these type of men. They don't want to create generation from these men. They're basically committing genocide. If you think about it, women are literally committing genocide against good men. Because good quality men are not the ones that are breeding of these women. These are the ones. They are not the ones that are having kids, man. The ones that are having kids are the Pookies and the Ray Rays, man. The thuggos, the drug dealers, guys that are in and out of prison, that guys have like a criminal background. Those are guys who are having kids, man. And you could be a good quality guy out here working, busting your ass off. You go to work and you pay your bills on time. You do everything you need to do. You got your head on right. You're not out here doing any type of buffoonery shit. And women still don't want to even give you. If in fact they require you to make a certain amount of money, they have all these ridiculous requirements from you in order for you to even get a chance to even deal with them. So you got to go through all these hurdles, jump through all these hurdles as a good guy, just to even get a chance to even deal with these women. While the guys out here that are committing crimes and doing all type of evil shit, they don't gotta make a certain amount of money. Most of these niggas are dead broke. A lot of these niggas don't even got a job to their name. They don't even have nothing to offer to these women except the D. But a lot of times these women be hyping up these niggas like they got it made. They don't got shit. Even they don't even know the f if you know what I'm saying. Like these women hype these niggas up because they come off as so-called masculine because they're in the street life. Why they overlook good quality men because they see them as weird and lame and just not interested enough because apparently being in and out of prison, selling drugs, doing crime is seen as cool, man. I'm like, what kind of culture we live in where if you do evil shit, it's like rewarded, man? It just shows you how twisted society is, yo. That good is evil and evil is good, man. Everything is upside down, man. And women all say they like a good guy. They want a guy that will take care of them and treat them well, while they, constantly go after the toxic guys. Like they don't even choose good guys. Their actions says otherwise of what type of man they want to deal with. You know, and it's like whatever they say, they do the exact opposite of what they say. So you can't even take anything what they say seriously. It's like it's so hard as a good man to just try to stay focused because it's like people who break the rules or don't act civilized are the ones who are being rewarded with life, man. And I believe one of the greatest gift of life is having a child, man. Is seeing your own seed growing up and becoming something that reminds you of yourself. But it's like good guys are not able to breed with these women because these women don't want to even deal with them. And it's like you're told you're not good enough. Yeah, you got to work on yourself. You got to become a better person. You got to be more confident. You got to be more outgoing. You got to do all of this requirements. And I'm like, the guys who are out here doing all type of illegal shit, they're not working on themselves. They're definitely not. They're not developing themselves as men. But yeah, they're getting rewarded for doing evil shit. They're getting rewarded for breaking the rules, man. They're the ones that are having kids out of wedlock, and none of these women have all these standards with them. They open up their legs for these type of men. They don't tell these men, "Oh no, you got to better yourself as a man. You got to make sure you have a solid job. You got to make sure you don't have a criminal record." They don't have these none of these standards for these type of men. These men can do whatever they please, and women will just give them whatever they want. And the most precious thing a woman can offer a man is a womb. And these women are giving up their womb to the worst possible man ever. These men are not suitable to be fathers. Majority of these single mothers are mating with guys that are not prone to be good fathers, and so these kids are being born into broken families. Where it creates a vicious cycle of generations of kids that are, you know, born out of wedlock, and they're less likely to, you know, be successful because there's no structure in the family. There's no family structure. And it just tells me how wrong and how far this society has gone, man. Like this society is collapsing. It's literally collapsing internally because if you got all these toxic males that are breeding and having kids with majority of these women, they are going to create a generation of kids that are illegitimate. Kids are going to help perpetuate the same stereotype that their parents created. So it's going to create a vicious cycle, and those kids are gonna end up becoming another Pookie and the Ray Ray. And it's like, man, it's like they are the ones that are, procreating, while guys like us, good quality men are not the ones that are having kids. We're supposed to be breeding. We're supposed to have our own, offspring. We're supposed to be fruitful and multiply, but we're not able to because these women don't want to have kids with us. You could be in a relationship with a woman. You could be doing everything right, everything you're supposed to do as a man, and she could just cut off the relationship and just and end everything that you started and just completely turn her back on you. And a lot of these women, they're agent of chaos. So it's like if you don't bring any drama into their life, if you don't have nothing that is like something that's toxic, if you don't bring up anything that will make them, argue, it's like they lose interest. All of a sudden they wonder, oh, something is not right with this guy. It's too good. He's too good for me or something like that. So they cut the relationship. Or they do something to sabotage the relationship. So it's like a lot of times guys be, doing everything they're supposed to be doing. They are the ones who are making sure the woman is well taken care of. They're stepping up to the plate and, being a good spouse, but it's like the woman will do certain things intentionally, unintentionally, like either she's aware of it, she's not aware of it, to sabotage the relationship because she likes to deal with men that are toxic. But if you're not a toxic guy, then all of a sudden you're the problem. Then she creates arguments for no reason, and she brings up little things that don't really mean anything, and it's like she wants you to lose your cool and not stay in your frame, because what she wants you to do is step out of your character. And that's what she likes from the toxic man, because a man like that is never in his frame. He's never composed. He's emotional, roller coaster, and they love to be on to go through an emotional roller coaster ride with these type of men, because they love the thrill and the feeling of having a guy where they feel like, at any moment he could snap, or he could just end up, attacking her, going off on her and physically abuse her. Like a lot of times, women love guys who physically abuse them verbally. They love that feeling that comes with it. And there are also men who are, a lot of these pookies are taking out these women too. A lot of these pookies and ray rays are killing a lot of these women too, because, you know they are so toxic. It's like if I can't have you, nobody else can have you. And once a woman start realizing that they got caught, they made a wrong decision, they decided to deal with a man that is toxic, and they try to get out of that relationship. Guys, a lot of times they gonna kill them because it's like you know the guy ain't gonna let go. He's possessive over her. But you know these women make those choices to deal with these type of men, so they gotta pay the consequences of their decisions. But it's like it's funny how they want us as men, the good guys, to come clean up the mess of the guys that they dealt with. You know, once the guy has been they ran through them and they leave them with a bunch of babies, he bounces, and then she wants you as a good guy to come in, clean up the mess, and step in and play the role of stepfather. And it's like, why am I taking on that role when it's something I didn't create? I didn't create those kids. Those are not my genes. Those are not of my offspring. And it's like no other pride or the lion doesn't take over female pride and say, "Oh, I'm gonna raise the lion, the cubs of another male lion." No, that's never gonna happen. A male lion ain't gonna say, "I'm gonna raise another man's offspring." No, he's gonna eliminate that because that's competition. That's taken away from his own lineage. So it's like, why would as a man, why would you know take it upon yourself to take care of another man's seed when you haven't created your own lineage? You know what I mean? But women think that you have to take on that responsibility to take care of another man's seed. It's like, no, I don't have to take on that responsibility because those are not my offspring. Those are not my seed, man. And you know it's like a that's why I'm bringing up the topic. There's a war between good and evil because it's like even good guys, it's like we are taking on burdens, are taking on somebody else's burdens, and it's like, wow, man. It's like it seems like the good people are the ones who get penalized for doing that, while the evil ones are the ones who are being rewarded with life, you know. You know, they end up having kids by multiple women. I feel like once you have a kid, man, you leaving a stamp on this earth because that's a part of your genes. You know what I mean? That's a part of who you are, and you're imprinting the earth. You know what I mean? Like you're leaving something that's gonna create generation, hopefully for a long time. Once you go past and gone, you still got a part of you that's living, that is on this earth, that is gonna eventually have kids of their own if they're able to. And it's like, that is literally leaving a mark on this earth to me, because they're creating legacy. But my own aspect of this is that like the game is rigged, man, because it's like doing the right thing is frowned upon, man. Like I really believe that the game is rigged because if you see guys that are having kids, the ones that are able to procreate are the ones who are evil, And it's like, man, being a good person is not easy, man. It's hard. But I see two people came into my life and they left. I don't know what's going on. I really don't. That's why I said I'm gonna make my videos regardless. But I really believe that a lot of time you got a lot of agents, lurking around. A lot of people who secretly hating on you, who may watch your live stream, who watch your videos, and they secretly despise you, and they have a lot of negative stuff to say about you. And I'm gonna make a video calling out these demons, man. There's a lot of demons lurking around who like to suck your energy, like to throw subliminal attacks at you, and they will come up against you and try to devour you. But I'm not gonna allow these demons to get the best of me. But I just want to talk about this topic because it's like there is a war between good and evil, man. If you think about it, and we look at how society is operate how it operates right now and what's going on nowadays, it seems like good people are the ones that are being left out, while evil people are the ones that are being celebrated, and they're having families, they're having kids. Like, it's like, how is it right that a guy like this rapper, I forgot his name, but I mentioned it earlier. He has 22 kids by 20 baby mamas. How is that something to be admired? And you got Nick Cannon. that is having multiple kids by multiple women, and yet, yeah, they say, oh, he's financially able to provide for these kids, but is he able to be there for them 100% of the time? No, because he's not omniscient. He's not going to be omnipresent. I mean, he's not going to be there all the time with every single kid. And the same thing with these so-called pookies, these niggas that are out here that are having multiple kids by multiple women. They're not going to be physically there for these kids. And even if they try to, they don't have the capacity to take care of these kids. Most of these guys don't got shit to offer to these kids, and women are still decided to deal with these type of men. And it's like, wow, man. But yeah, I got a fucking job. I got my own place, and yeah, women. A lot of these women don't even want to even acknowledge me, man. In fact, I gotta go. I gotta jump through hoops. I gotta do all these extra stuff just to impress them. While guys who don't even do any of that stuff, they get choosy signals from these women. These women, obviously, they offer them the best thing they can offer, which is their womb. Like they give up their womb to these type of men, and they creating their own legacy. It's like it's sad, man. And it's like, why am I doing all this stuff? Like, I'm working on myself. I'm trying to better myself as a man. I go to the boxing gym. I work out. I do all this stuff. I have a job. I'm working, trying to improve my life. And it's like, damn, like I'm looking at guys who don't do half of the shit I do, and they're having success when it comes on to these women. Like, they're able to have kids, more than one woman. They don't have issues with getting women. It's like, wow. It's like they don't even do anything to improve themselves, yo. They got a bunch of tattoos. They got a grill, a grill in their teeth and all that shit. Whatever you call it. They have a criminal history. They don't do it. They sell drugs and all type of evil shit. And it's like, wow, they rewarded for doing this shit. Women throw themselves at these type of men, And it's like you can't do anything as a good man to please these women. It's like, okay, being a good person is like you gotta keep doing this. You gotta keep doing. I don't understand. If this is only me, I feel this way. It's like why good people are told you have to do more to impress a woman, while people who are evil don't gotta do anything. They don't gotta improve on themselves. They don't gotta better themselves. They don't got to try to be a better person. They could just be evil, and women will just welcome them with open arms. While if you're a good quality man, you're told, oh, you're not confident. You're not confident enough. You're not doing this enough. You're not doing that enough. And it's like, why I gotta constantly do more for something that I shouldn't have to struggle with? Because it's like these Pookies and Ray Rays are winning out here, man. They're the ones that are having these kids by multiple women, yo. They're the ones that are breeding up these kids, man. I mean these women. So it's like, what the fuck is going on? Why am I doing wrong? You start questioning yourself. You start thinking like something is wrong with you. Cause it's like I can't please none of these women. It's like no matter how hard I try, it's like I'm never good enough. And even if you're in a relationship with a woman, she ends up losing interest in you because you don't stir any drama, or she creates up unnecessary drama just to you know have something to argue about, and she would it purposely sabotage the relationship because you don't have like you're not so-called intriguing enough or whatever it may be. Women just love drama, man. It's they love things that are just out of place. So by the way, who's watching me? I see one person watching my live stream, man. Can you comment, post a comment or something? Let me know what's going on. I see one person watching my live stream. I don't really post as often as I used to because I've been caught up with a lot of work and I get caught up with life and stuff like that. But once I get my stuff figured out, I'll definitely be posting more often. But life gets caught up in the way, man. I get stuck up. I get caught up with so much stuff. But anyways, who's I see one person watching my live stream. Can you comment? Let me know who's watching my live stream. Hit me, shoot me a message or something. Let me see if I got my message enabled. Let's see, live chat. I got the live chat. So yeah, if you could post a comment, let me know who's watching. And by the way, if you also like the stream. Um, I don't understand why I barely get that much views and why I don't get enough support from people when I post a lot of real content. Speak a lot of real shit. But it's like this is another thing I wanna address. It's like people who speak the truth and really speak. People who really do good things are the ones who don't get acknowledged, man. While the people who lie, steal, who scam people are the ones who get attention, who get praise, who get donations. It's like, man, it's like, god damn, it's so hard, man, doing things the right way, because a lot of times you don't even get the respect or the acknowledgement you deserve, man. While people who scam people out of their money, they post videos on YouTube, making them like they clickbait titles in their videos, making up stories that are not true, getting people hopes up when you know they're not really telling the full story, and they're the ones who get views. They're the ones who get praised for doing evil shit, like lying to people, deceiving people, misleading people. But yet, they get constant approval from people. They get people to watch their videos. They get the views, the likes. They get everything they want, man. It's like, why is it they're rewarded for doing evil shit, while people like me who post good content barely get any views, But I see one person still watching my stream. I hope this is not, I don't want to make an assumption, because obviously this person haven't posted a comment yet. You haven't posted a comment yet to let me know who are you, who is watching my live stream. But I feel like I secretly have agents. I'm not saying this is you, but agents who be watching my live stream, who just watch my live stream just to see what's going on with my life, so they can have something to talk about. Or people who plotting and trying to find things they could use against me. It's like it's really hard to trust people, because it's like you don't know who really is watching you. You don't know what their intentions are, and a lot of times people will come against you to try to take you from your purpose. And I really believe that I'm under spiritual attack, because I even said this is a war between good and evil. Because even at work, when I'm working, I feel like I'm under attack. A lot of times, I'm trying to get my life together, and I'm working. I'm trying to get get things going in terms of like my finances. Just trying my hardest to just get back on my feet. And for some odd reason, a coworker or somebody would say something slick to try to throw me off my center, like my square, just to try to make me act out of character, or they would do certain things to make me feel less than a person. It's like even when you're trying to do the right thing, you still get attacked for no reason. And it's a sad state of affair, because it's like, what am I doing wrong? It's like, oh man, I'm trying my hardest to make sure I get my life together. Just I'm trying to make it through this world, man. This world's already fucked up to begin with, but it's like, even when you're trying to do the best you can to get through this world, it's like you got people still trying to bring you down and do anything to put you down, just to make you feel like you're not making any progress. And it's like, wow, you can't win being a good person. It's like being a good person is not easy, bro. It's one of the hardest thing to do. But yeah, like, person who's watching my live still haven't comment. Can you at least like the video? Can you at least like the stream? Because I feel like I honestly have some agents that be lurking through my videos, man, watching my stream, and trying to find anything they could use against me. Because I want to make a video about these demons that are lurking through, YouTube, and are watching people videos. And I felt like I was under attack, because it's a long story, but there are demons out here, like, that are secretly, watching people every move. And if you're an agent that's watching my stream, you could go to hell, man. That's all I gotta say. I don't want to make assumptions, but I know I have agents that are watching my streams that be lurking, trying to watch my every move, man, so they could find anything they could use against me. Because I feel like a lot of times when I be posting videos and I be talking about real topics, you got these people who watch your videos and they don't comment. They don't obviously comment. They don't say shit. They either don't comment, they don't like, they don't say anything in your videos. But yet they watch the videos. Like, why are you watching the videos if you got nothing to contribute? And then what they would do is like they would try to find any little thing they could talk about or anything they could use against you, plotting and scheming to try to find things to destroy you. You know, it's a sick world we live in, man. This is why I don't fuck with people. I don't fuck with a lot of people because most people are trying to take advantage of, people that are trying to make it through this world, man. And there's a lot of demons lurking around who are just trying to just trying to take everything that a person has, But this is why I mentioned. This is why I'm talking about this live stream about there's a war between good and evil because there's a lot of snakes around here, man. The people watching the live stream, they don't comment, they don't like, they don't contribute, they don't donate to the Cash App. You know, they're like barely don't want to support your stream, but it's like you're watching the videos. Yeah, you watching it for what? You're not really contributing anything to my videos. Like, why the fuck you watching me, man? But I can't deal with these agents, man. These demons, that are lurking around, trying to destroy everything that is right. It's like good people are I feel like good people are constantly under attack by these agents, man. I gotta make a video, separate video about these demons, man, lurking around. But yeah, it's a spiritual warfare, man. I honestly believe that doing the right thing is like it's the hardest thing to do because they say the definition of having character or so-called being a good person is doing something when nobody else is watching and still doing it. Knowing the right from wrong and living by certain standards and found having a moral compass and just knowing right from wrong and just being a good person in general. I really believe that if you're trying to walk in life by certain standards that you uphold within yourself and um you don't go based off of what society says. You don't try to go based off the social norms of society. You just follow the beat of your own drum. If you do things that you love, and you don't basically try to follow the crowd. It's like people, for some odd reason, they tend to target people who are transgender, people who don't follow the crowds, who don't do everything others are doing. I really believe that people who stand on their own 2 feet, who don't follow the crowds, who don't participate in what others are doing, are the ones who get singled out, are the ones who get alienated. They're the ones that get attacked by others because it's like, oh, look at this one person. He's different from the rest. He doesn't do everything other people are doing. He don't seem to enjoy the mundane lifestyle. He doesn't participate in, behavior that undermines his ability and his personality. He doesn't change himself. He's just the same person as he was before. Because I honestly believe that if you don't behave like what typical society says you should behave as, they're gonna come after you and they're gonna try to destroy you, man. If you don't drink, if you don't smoke, if you don't do things that are just just if you understand what I'm saying, like it seems as if you have to participate in behaviors that are harmful to you, that is detrimental, that is not good for your well-being. um because it's like majority of the people, they socialize either through doing drugs, or they go out to these clubs, and it's like, man, I don't even like the way people socialize in this culture. It's not even healthy. It's very toxic. It's like I gotta change myself to be liked by others. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna change who I am to be liked by others, man. I'm not going to participate in activities that is harmful to myself, my well-being, just to be liked by others. Like, what does that benefit me? Why does that doesn't benefit me any way, shape, or form? By the way, I see one person watching my live stream. Can you comment? At least post a comment and let me know, that who is watching my live stream, because it makes you like I asked for a like, I didn't get a like. I haven't received a like yet, but it makes me feel some type of way that this person is still watching my live stream. I haven't posted anything yet. You know, it's kind of odd to me that I asked, post a comment, say something, but still watching my live stream. I don't know if it's a supporter, somebody who subscribed to me. I have no clue. But I would appreciate it if you could at least comment or like the video, say something instead of just watching it. Because it makes me feel like you're an agent or you're just watching me just to watch me. And I like I said, I post videos all the time, but when I talk about real stuff, like a lot of times people don't even want to even acknowledge that shit is real. And I talk about real topics, real life situations, and I speak truth about a lot of things. But I realize I barely get enough views, or I barely get enough appreciation for the work that I do. And I'm like, wait, you got people out here that are lying, deceiving, and twisting people word and taking things out of context, and it's like they get rewarded for doing shit they don't even work, they don't even deserve. Like, I speak truth, and I speak truth regardless, and I talk on issues that I believe is really prevalent and important to the topic at hand. And I'm like, why am I not getting enough acknowledgement for the stuff I do? It's like, wow. It's like it's hard to be righteous in this society, man. Because it's like when you look at your life and you see where you at, it's like, damn, you got people out here that are doing all type of messed up shit. They're lying, stealing, they're robbing, they're doing all this shit, and their life is in. They have a good life. They either have a lot of money, they got family, they got all this stuff. I'm like, why? They're not playing by the rules. They're not doing the things that I need. They are right. They're not living by moral. They don't have a moral high ground or something like that. But why they get rewarded for this shit? Why? Like I said, you got these dudes out here that are in and out of prison, and all they do commit crimes, and they have success when it comes down to women. Women throw themselves at them. They have multiple kids by multiple women, and they never seem to be, out of luck when it comes down to females. And people could say because they got game and all this shit. Nah, man, these dudes don't got no game. They just a stereotype of what a woman like. They fit the stereotype of what a woman like. But if you're a good guy, you don't fit no stereotype, and you're shit out of luck. You got to do all this extra shit just to impress her, yo. I'm like, why I got to do all this extra work to impress someone who don't even like me to begin with? You know what I mean? Who don't even accept me to begin with. Like, why I got to do all this extra work? It shouldn't be this difficult. I've had relationships before, but it's like, damn, the amount of work you got to do to keep her interested in you is like, is it worth it? While guys out here who don't really got anything to offer them, they get constant validation from these women. A woman chase after these men, they don't gotta work on themselves, they don't gotta do shit, but just be a Pookie and Ray Ray. Fuck out of here, man. Fit a stereotype of what a black man is. If you don't fit up to that stereotype, then all of a sudden you're lame, you're this, you're that. A woman all of a sudden don't want to do anything. They don't want to deal with you like that. They will use you as an emotional tampon. They will use you as a scapegoat, but other than that, they don't want to deal with you. And that's the truth. That is the truth, man. By the way, like I said again, I see one person watching my live stream. I really don't get a lot of people to watch my live stream to begin with. But this person hasn't. You haven't comment. You haven't left a comment yet. You haven't even liked the stream. I'm about to end the stream in a few, man. Like, cause I don't I feel I don't feel like I'm getting the appreciation, or at least the acknowledgement that I deserve. Like, I mean, the worst thing watching, maybe the person can't afford to watch. Maybe they, I don't, like I said, I don't know the whole situation, but I honestly believe that a lot of time when I be posting videos, you got these agents out here, the people who are watching your videos, watching your every move, picking and taking things from you. A lot of people who take ideas from me steal my talking points and don't even give me um, acknowledge or even give me the credit for talking on these topics. Because I don't get a lot of views. I don't get a lot of people to watch my videos to begin with. So it's like if someone was to post a video and talk about something that I mentioned before, they feel like they don't have to say anything because oh, I already don't got enough influence to really make an impact, you know. But I honestly believe that a lot of times when you be doing some real stuff, people be hating on you. When you talk about the truth, when you talk about stuff that are important that really makes a difference, a lot of times people be hating on you for just speaking the truth, man. It's like they rather hear a lie than you telling the truth of what really is needs to be heard. And that's why I think a lot of times these women choose these type of men because they'd rather be told what they want to hear instead of what they need to hear. And guys out here that are dealing with these women are toxic. They tell these women what they want to hear. You know, the man would say certain things to gas them up, tell them, "I love you, baby. There's no one else I would do besides you." And once they get what they want, they bounce it. But these women still chase after these type of men. But when they come across a good quality guy, the guy tells them exactly what they need to hear. I want a woman that's feminine, that is fit, you know, that has traditional values. Once you have these standards that you require from a woman, all of a sudden she closed up and then she says that you're trying to be controlling, you're trying to tell her what she needs to do. It's like she don't want to cater to you as a man. She don't want to humble herself and just be a woman, a wife for you. You know what I mean? Like these are the reasons why, as a good guy, it's like it's hard to really establish yourself with these women and start a family because a lot of time when you have these standards or certain requirements that you want from them, they tend to be rebellious towards it. They don't want to humble themselves. They don't want to be feminine. They don't want to be cooperative when it comes on to you ask them for these things. But guys who don't even fit any of the standards that you have, or they don't even guys who don't tell them what they need to hear, only tell them what they want to hear. They manipulate these women, gas them up, get their hopes up, and eventually leave them with babies. And these women still choose these type of men. While these men are imprinting them and leaving their footprint on them, these men don't gotta change anything about themselves. It's like, wow. And once they have a bunch of kids, they want you to come with all these standards, fulfill all these standards, come with everything ready, equipped. I'm like, wow, you didn't have these same requirements for these guys that impregnated you. Get the fuck out of here, man. A lot of times these guys don't even have to pay a single dime. They just, you know what I mean, do what they need to do, and get what they want out of the woman and they bounce. It's a damn shame, man. These are the guys that get rewarded in this society, man. They get rewarded, man. They really do get rewarded for doing evil shit. But yeah, that's just fucked up, man. And that's just the way I feel about the situation, man. I honestly believe that good people are being exterminated from this society, man. They really are being exterminated. You know, like they're not able to procreate, man, because women don't want to deal with them. Women don't even want to even spend time to get to know them. Like women don't want to even acknowledge them as human beings. Like even when you try to talk to them, a woman will look down on you because either you don't look a certain way, you don't have a certain amount of money, or you don't fit a stereotype of the type of guys that they choose. So it's like, wow, you gotta be somebody that you're not to attract these women. It's a damn shame. And typically they're drawn to the worst possible man. So it's like if you don't fit that stereotype, a lot of times women don't even want to even look your way, man. You're better off just being invincible. Like really, it's like you're better off being invincible. It's like it makes no sense you being there in the flesh, like physically there trying to talk to a woman when she don't even accept you to begin with. She don't even like you for you. She wants you to fit an image of what the type of guy she chooses to deal with. If we don't fit that stereotype of a Pookie and a Ray Ray, oh my god, it's over for you. But I'm gonna wrap this video up and just say, man, there's a war between good and evil, man. And it seems like the evil people are winning because from what I've seen, these niggas out here are having kids with multiple women, man. And these women ain't changing anything about themselves. They're not requiring guys to have their stuff together, man. They don't have these standards for these type of men. But when you come across a good quality man, he gotta be 6 feet tall. He gotta have this amount of money. He gotta have this. It's like when they come across a good quality man, all of a sudden they have these ridiculous standards. Why is that? When they're dealing with Pookie and Ray Ray, they don't got all these standards that they have for a good man. And like Pookie and Ray Ray could just be themselves. They don't even, I'm tired of this shit, man. I'm tired of it, bro. I'm really tired of the fucking games, man. It's hard being good quality. It's hard doing good things, man. It's like you're being punished for being a good person. It really is hard. It really is. It really is hard, man. But anyways, I rushed my video, man. I'm about to finish this video. I'm about to wrap it up because I barely don't get no support, man. Nobody I see one person watch the stream and then they left. They left a like, which is good, but no comments, nothing. I barely get any type of support, posting these videos. Like I feel like I'm going nowhere with these videos, man. It's like, why am I talking? Why am I making these videos for if I don't get any support? It's like, why even bother making videos? I feel like I'm just gonna delete all my videos, man, private all this shit, and just forget about this shit and just like forget about everything because I barely get any support for speaking about topics that I really believe a lot of guys need to hear about. But it's like I don't get the respect that or I don't get the recognition that I deserve, man. I'm extremely underrated. That's how I feel about this shit. But anyways, I'm gonna finish this video. Thank you for tuning in. Have a great one. Take care. Bye for now.